What is up, guys? Welcome to my first YouTube video. It is April 2nd today, as of the day that I'm filming this. And so we're just going to do a little March recap. With the help of Comic Geeks, I was able to look back through my reading logs and sort out what I've read in the month. So yeah, let's get right into it, shall we? First up on the month, we've got DC Compact Comics. This is Batman, The Court of Owls Saga. This is by Scott Snyder and Greg Capullo on the art. This follows the New 52 Batman issues 1 through 11, which completes the Court of Owls saga. Honestly, this was such an easy read. I love Greg Capullo's art. He makes Batman look so awesome, and also the introduction of Talon and the Court of Owls. I can't believe this is their first exposure in the DC universe. They just add so much to Gotham lore, and I feel like they should have been there from the get-go. There's a new character appearance in here, other from Talon and the Court of Owls, and that is Lincoln Marsh. He gave so much of Dr. Tommy Elliot that we saw in Hush, and I love his character in this story as well. So yeah, if you guys haven't read this yet, you better check it out. It's Scott Snyder, it's Greg Capullo, Batman, Talon, The Court of Owls. There's nothing wrong to go about here. And if money's an issue for you, either read it online or you can pick it up now in DC Compact comic form, which is fantastic. And I'm really glad that I got to read it in the DC Compact form. It is well worth the money as well. Look how thick it is, issues 1 through 11. So yeah, it's super cool. Next up, I don't have it with me at the moment because I borrowed it from the library, and it was Ultimate X-Men Volume 2 by Peach Momoko. I'll just pop it right here. Absolutely brilliant book. I love Peach Momoko. I love her artwork. Her watercoloring style really complements the Japanese culture of Ultimate X-Men so much, and I love that she always, at the end of her issues, puts down like this mini Japanese dictionaries at the end of her pages. What can I say about Volume 2? The artwork's incredible. The introduction to the Children of Atom is actually insane. I just love Ultimate X-Men. Please give it a read if you guys haven't yet. From the Ultimate Universe, I reckon Ultimate X-Men is my favorite. I've only read Ultimate X-Men, Spider-Man, and Black Panther, but so far X-Men is definitely the top one for me. And because Volume 2 was such a blast, I went back to the library, returned it, and also picked up Volume 3, also by Peach Momoko. This covers issues 13 through 18. Honestly, super cool. A lot more action sequences in this one specifically. We get more investigative storytelling in regards to the Children of Atom as well. I don't want to give out any spoilers, but this basically is the second last volume before we hit Ultimate Endgame and the end of the entire series. So yeah, it's really hard to talk about it without giving you guys spoilers. I know it's been a couple years now, but I think we have a lot of new comic book readers on the surge coming up, and I just want you guys to all enjoy it at your own pace. If there's one thing that I have to tell you about this volume specifically, is that Peach Momoko at the end of issue 14, she gave 4 of her characters a theme song, which I absolutely love the idea of, and I went to explore them thoroughly. And I've got to say, I've only been able to vibe with one of them, and that is Go Go 7188. It is a Japanese rock band, female rock band, and their music has a wide range of rock genres. It goes from surfing rock to metal rock. It's just punk rock. It's just amazing. And I've been listening to them on repeat, on shuffle, for the past week or so. I just want to explore more of their music authentically, and I'll show you guys the page here. There. Those are our theme songs for our lineup. Absolutely incredible. Peach Momoko is such a talented writer and artist, and also she has such a brilliant mind. I love these ending pages, like I mentioned for Volume 2 as well, that she includes into Ultimate X-Men. The Moon is Following Us Volume 2. This completes the series run from Daniel Warren Johnson, art by Riley Rosmo, and also color by Mike Spicer. Honestly, super incredible. This story, if you guys don't know, it's about a mum and a dad trying to save their daughter who is in a coma by traveling through her dreams. Yeah, what can I say? Highly emotional. I was expectedly, if that makes any sense, so emotionally invested into this story because of the way that the story was going. After where Volume 1 left off, I really wanted to see what Volume 2 was up to. What I do realize after reading The Moon is Following Us is that it doesn't take me to like a certain topic or a certain genre in order to be emotionally invested in the specific comic book work. All it takes for me is that Daniel Warren Johnson is writing it, and you'll see me in a mess. You'll see me sitting down with tissues on the floor. The Moon is Following Us really shows us how parenting is affected on a generational level, and also the importance of family values. And that whole theme in a comic book in itself is really wholesome for me and really easy for me to digest. And I just honestly, I just love Daniel Warren Johnson's work. So yeah. Transformers Volume 4. This ends the Daniel Warren Johnson's Transformers run, collecting issues 19 to 24. What a great way to end off his run. I wasn't too into it the first couple of issues until the last two, where it really hits me. We get the reunion of, spoilers, Spike and Sparky, and that just really hits me right here. Written by Daniel Warren Johnson, the art is by Jorge Corona, and also color by Mike Spicer again. Absolutely incredible. I gotta tell you, there's some action sequences where I was a bit confused as to what was happening, but at the end of the day, it's Transformers, they're cars, they're robots, they're not supposed to be doing what they're supposed to be doing anyways. If the page looks cool, it looks cool. What matters is the entail of it all, and I really, really enjoyed Daniel Warren Johnson's run for Transformers. This is my only exposure to Transformers in regards to comics. I'm not sure if I will be continuing on with the Robert Kirkman run, just because of how much impact this has left me by the end of it. So yeah. Next up, going on with Daniel Warren Johnson, we also have Space Mullet. This is, I believe, Daniel Warren Johnson's first published title. This tells the story of an ex-space military in the name of Jonah and his alien friend Alpheus, who travels through space and just really trying to make ends meet. This is giving so much of Han Solo and Chewbacca from Star Wars, and I always love a space story. Daniel Warren Johnson himself did all the writing, the illustrations, and the coloring as well. So yeah, and he did such an incredible work. If I can show you guys, the color palette is mainly of black, white, and also blue. And it's very suiting for the comic in itself. I've got to say, the characters are so likable. You really want to root for their success and what's to come. And the new characters that they also ran into, you guys see here on the cover, they're also really, really well written themselves. So yeah, Daniel Warren Johnson is incredible in making this whole world himself and conveying it as best as he can through Space Mullet. And this just leaves me now with just Wonder Woman Dead Earth, Beta Ray Bill Argent Star, and also Extremity to read, and that will complete Daniel Warren Johnson for me. So yeah. Black Widow Deadly Origins. This is by Paul Cornell, John Paul Leon, and also Tom Rainey. Absolutely incredible short 4-issue story, basically on Natasha Romanoff's origin. We get to see her working as a Soviet, we get to see her working as an Avenger, and we also get to see her working solo for herself. I've read basically a story of each of the original 6 Avengers from the MCU, and the only one left I had left to read was Black Widow. And after searching through Reddit, this is one of the major suggestions that I've seen in the comments. So yeah, really amazing. I love the artwork by John Paul Leon. His artwork gave a lot of David Ayer's artwork from Matt Fraction's Hawkeye, which was very easily digestible. And I love the switch between his and Tom Rainey's artwork when they show Natasha in her present and her past tense form. A lot of flashbacks that were very interesting to know of. We get to see her many relationships that she had with the Avengers and also without the Avengers. I'll show you guys a page of John Paul Leon's work that I have bookmarked. Like, just look at that. That's absolutely amazing. I wish I get to see this in person. And this one here with Power Man, Shang-Chi, Cloak and Dagger, and Winter Soldier in it. Super, super cool. Cover up by Adi Granov. I would love to own each and every issue of this if I could. But yeah, super, super essential read for Black Widow. And that's it for the trades that I've read throughout the month of March. So I'll show you guys what I've read in terms of single issues. We've got Wolverine Weapons of Armageddon issue 1 and also issue 2. Um, yeah, what can I say? It's Chip Zdarsky. It's on the lead up to the Avengers Armageddon comic event. This is the first Wolverine story that I would have read since starting reading comics. And it's honestly super cool because I've always imagined Wolverine as someone who works closely with Captain America, and this is the closest thing that I could get from it. I know he's been with the Defenders here and there, with the Namor, Human Torch, old Human Torch, Captain America, Bucky. This is a really interesting read, and issue 2 it was much more enjoyable than issue 1 in my opinion, as we get introduced to a new character from the Captain America series. Again, don't want to spoil, but yeah, super, super cool. Can't wait to see where it's going and how the Avengers Armageddon is going to lead up to. So, Captain America issue 8. Honestly, ever since the start of this arc, it has been pretty slow, very political, very non-action packed. It's very different from what the first arc had in tune for us. At the end of the day, it's Captain America, and that's what he represents. So yeah, can't complain. Spoiler alert: we have Cap crashing out at the end of this issue. So I absolutely cannot wait for what the next issue has in turn for us. And it's Chip Zdarsky, so he's going to be brilliant. And no, I'm just kidding. My bad. It's Nick Fury Jr. So yeah. Iron Man issue 3. This was a good read. Joshua Williamson. What can I say? I love the look of MODOK in this. I love how Madam Mask and AIM is trying to develop a new Tony Stark. After having read Neil Gaiman's Eternals, this is a pretty one-to-one storytelling or trope. I don't know why, but Tony Stark just seems to give kidnap my kids so that you can make smarter versions of me. But yeah, excited to see where this goes. And yeah, I just wish this had a better cover rate, honestly. No hate on Ryan Stegman, but if you're giving me an Iron Man versus an AIM soldier, I don't know what to do there. So. No issue 2. Honestly, super cool. We've got the King in Black versus the Mad Titan, and they've each got their own armies. It's honestly so cool, and it's Al Ewing. I'm honestly just picking it up for Al Ewing, so can't wait to read issue 3, which I have laying on my to be read list. So yeah, Punisher issue 2. This is the return of Jigsaw after Punisher Red Band. Yeah, honestly, this run doesn't tell you much about Punisher, doesn't tell you much about Frank Castle, but because of the Red Band storyline, which I haven't read also, but he basically was controlled during that whole Red Band storyline, and now that he's escaped from being mind controlled, Frank Castle and the Punisher himself is trying to figure out who he is as a whole. So as a reader, we're all going through it with him issue by issue, and I'm really intrigued to see what Jigsaw has in turn. He's giving a lot of Batman Rogues Gallery type vibe. So yeah, super excited. If you like Batman, I suggest you pick up Punisher and give it a go. Shadows of Mole issue 1. Initially, upon buying this, I thought this was a one shot, and after reading it, we didn't see Mole at all. Issue 2 is definitely coming out. I can't wait for issue 2 has to come. There's a good buddy cop relationship going on in here that I really do enjoy, but I wish there was a lot more Mole. Definitely from the first issue. This is a prequel series to the Shadow Lord Disney Plus TV show that's about to come out. So I'm not sure if I'll watch that afterwards. I'll see how the comic goes, and yeah. Batman issue 7. This is a new arc alert. We've got a Joker. He's creepy as heck, and that double page spread that Jorge Jimenez curated himself, that was absolutely wonderful. I could just spend hours admiring it, and yeah, really enjoyed this read. So far, a good start. Similar to the first arc, the start is very, very strong, so I hope it continues on. And yeah, Batwoman issue 1. This is Kate Kane by Greg Rucka. I'm really excited to see how Greg Rucka explores Kate Kane's personal life and also her as Batwoman. In the suit, she is amazing, but outside of it, she is a stark contrast. This issue 1 had really exposed me to who Kate Kane was or is. I'm not sure if it's just from the Next Level line or from her previous origins as well, but I'm really excited to see how Greg Rucka explores Kate Kane here. Scotty Young and Jorge Corona's Lobo. This is giving me Deadpool left, right, and center. I just love how by the end of it, he is going to be a movie star. And I don't know how much this is going to help me in regards to learning about Lobo before the Supergirl movie coming up with Millie Alcock and Jason Momoa playing as Lobo himself. But really fun read, really chaotic. Colors, art, Lobo himself, everything was just super, super messy and fun. And yeah, we're just here for a good time. If it's fun, it's fun. So yeah, I can't wait to see more of Lobo. Bleeding Hearts, issue 1 and issue 2. This is by Dennis Camp, which also is the writer for Absolute Martian Manhunter, which will be finishing soon, and also the Ultimate in the Marvel Universe. So yeah, his writing is absolutely beautiful. I love how he can tell you how our characters are feeling emotionally without being on the nose about it. If you guys don't know, Bleeding Hearts is a zombie apocalypse story from DC Vertigo line. This here, our protagonist, his name is Poke, and the big revelation that he had in this story is that his heart is starting to pump again, and he's starting to question his ethics and morals in being a zombie, harming all these people and animals, and whilst trying to stay on the low about it to not out himself. I've got to say, issue 1 was very detailed, and I love the zombie name processing that comes in this book. But issue 2 was what really grabbed it for me. We see Poke interacting with an actual human being and how that goes about with his new beating heart. Absolutely interesting read, and Denise Camp cannot disappoint. Loving it so far. Can't wait to pick up issue 3. And that is it, guys. Thank you for coming along. I hope you guys love the March recap video. I think I'll do this once every month and we'll try to stay updated. I was going to do a little vlog yesterday because I went to saw Project Hail Mary on IMAX, which was absolutely insane. I gave that movie a 4.5 out of 5. I reckon on rewatch it'll be bumped up to a 5 out of 5. I don't know. I just love everything about it. And Greg Fraser, that was a freaking surprise. He's my favorite director of cinematography, and he's Australian, which is even better. If you don't know, he's the one that did director of cinematography for also Dune Part 2, and The Batman, and they all look absolutely amazing as well. So yeah, that was a very pleasant surprise when it hit the credits and I saw Greg Fraser's name, and I was like, yep, that's why Project Hail Mary looks so nice. But here's a clip of me with Ryan Reynolds. I'm gonna sit in with Ryan Reynolds. And if you don't know, this month is also International Women's Month. So I've curated my little comic book wall to highlight our women characters in the comic universe. So yeah, here, let me just give you guys a little show around. Look at that. Incredible. It's a little embarrassing because I did run out of women, but my goal is to collect more Wonder Woman because she's arguably my favorite DC hero at the moment. And Batwoman is supposed to go up there. So yeah. And as we all know, Sue Storm runs this family. So yeah. And that is it, guys. Hope to see you guys next month for the April recap. And if I can sneak in some vlogs, I'll do so as well. I'm just too freaking scared to record in public. But yeah, I'll try my best. I'll see. No promises there. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you guys all next month. Cheers.